Hi, it's me, Greg Shapiro, the American Netherlander, coming to you from an under-construction home studio. But good news, I did manage to get a haircut. And if you want to see my work-in-progress DIY haircuts, stay tuned till the end of this video. This week, let's talk about SGN, some good news. Now, I appreciate John Krasinski and all the feel-good fluff pieces, but let's not forget, there's actual hard news out there that is still perfectly good, which is why I have turned my News Nuggets series into SRGN, some real good news, with a sign that I made myself. If you like it, please subscribe. Hello, I'm not John Krasinski, and welcome to SRGN, some real good news, feel-good stories about the actual headlines. This week, Joe Biden feels about as fresh as that overlooked bag of pasta left on the shelf after the supermarket hoarding. You know it's well past the expiration date, but I'll take it! So many reasons he could lose, old Grandpa Joe. Uncle Joe.
So what do you say when people go, Biden? Well, here are three options. One, FDR. What if Biden is not a hold-your-nose, middle-of-the-road candidate? This article says he's planning an FDR-sized presidency, and he started by appointing AOC. Two, the Veep stakes. Sure, Biden might be dead soon, so focus on the number 2 slot. Your favorite candidate might still have a shot. And three, third parties. In 2016, the Green Party divided the blue state vote, but in 2020, the Green Party is 50 shades of puke. This sideshow is now a shit show.
Hello, I'm not John Krasinski, and welcome to SRGN, some real good news, feel-good stories from actual headlines. This week was Earth Day. Happy Earth Day! And let's focus on some headlines like, could this pandemic help push the oil industry into irrelevance?
That sure would be good news for the planet. In fact, it's possible that
when the dust settles, investing once more in oil infrastructure might start to sound about as sensible as reinvesting in cassette tape production facilities. Air pollution has improved. Now we can't unsee images of before and after in Delhi and Bangkok.
Plus, now you can truly see Los Angeles is a place you would not want to live.
And finally, nature is reclaiming public spaces during the lockdown. The birds are singing so loudly, I wonder what they're saying. Hi, I'm not John Krasinski, and welcome to SRGN, some real good news, feel-good stories from actual headlines, because there's so much bad news going on these days. But don't forget, people you don't like are also suffering.
For example, the American death cult known as NRA, National Rifle Association, or effectively Nazis, racists, and Aryans. For years, they've promoted mass shootings and culture wars, in essence, non-witting Russian allies. But now the NRA says it faces financial crisis and claims it might be unable to exist because legal troubles have cost them $100 million? No, really. And it's also because of their chief executive, Wayne LaPierre's lavish six-figure spending on clothing and travel. He's a no-shame rip-off artist. And now the NRA faces clouds of doubt over its 2020 influence because in Washington, money talks. And in this year's election, when it comes to answering the NRA's phone calls, maybe now Republicans aren't.
Some real good news, feel-good stories based on actual headlines. Like these sexy statistics. Social distancing is having a positive effect. The curve is flattening. And despite the White House, states like Illinois are successfully getting personal protective equipment for their medical workers. Thanks to billionaire Governor J.B. Pritzker secretly buying medical supplies from China and smuggling them by private jet into the United States. Also, in California,
an entire town has managed to provide comprehensive corona testing thanks not to the government, but to a group of wealthy homeowners.
You see, we might just survive this health crisis as long as our lives are in the hands of the good billionaires.
Hooray! After 7 weeks of lockdown, Dutch hair salons are open again. But still, I have no money, and
it's been 2 months since I've had a haircut. It's time to take action. With the help of my daughter.
Meaning there are going to be a lot of ridiculous hairstyles before I get what I asked for. Style 1, the Jew fro. Style 2, Shemp from the Three Stooges. Style 3, the top knot. Style 4 starts out as Krusty the Clown and quickly develops into the faux hawk. Style 5 has no name until
some good news.
Style 6, Don Corleone from The Godfather, complete with mustache. And Style 7 is the best.
I think it looks totally natural.
In the end, this was the before and this was the after. So the good news is I saved money on a haircut. And the better news is my daughter can open a hair salon. Okay, that went quickly. Should I make more? Let me know in the comments below.